Yes, sir.
Good. Uh, well, good evening, friends. I'm Janik Shah from Ahmedabad, stage 4 Global Code Cancer survivor in my 29th year, and patient advocate, and the moderator of Indian Cancer Society, Delhi. Today is our 39th live webinar, and we are having uh, Dr. Shelly Sharma from Indraprastha Apollo Delhi, wide experience, committed, and knowledgeable breast imaging consultant, and Dr. Shelly, uh, we are pleased to welcome you on board, and please enlighten us with everything pertaining to breast cancer awareness, treatment protocols, and everything. Thank you once again for your valued presence and time despite of your too many commitments. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm very glad कि मैं आप लोगों से बात कर पा रही हूँ ब्रेस्ट इमेजिंग के बारे में और ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के बारे में। एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो मेरे दिल के बहुत करीब है और मैं चाहती हूँ कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों तक करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचा पाए ताकि टाइमली इस बीमारी का डायग्नोसिस हो सके और ट्रीटमेंट हो सके। एक ये छोटी सी प्रेजेंटेशन है जिसमें कि मैं मिथ्स रिलेटेड टू ब्रेस्ट कैंसर आपके सामने प्रेजेंट करूंगी और उसके बाद आपके मन में जो भी सवाल हो इसको लेके आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं। स्टार्ट करें प्रेजेंटेशन।
Pritika, please allow the screen sharing.
आई होप आप लोगों को स्क्रीन दिख रहा होगा। सो विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट मिथ्स रिलेटेड टू ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के बारे में कौन सी धारणाएं हैं जो कि हम लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि वो सही है लेकिन वो सही नहीं है और उनके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे। सबसे पहला, ब्रेस्ट पेन इज द मोस्ट कॉमन साइन ऑफ ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। जितनी औरतें मेरे पास आती हैं जिनको ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होता है, अगर मैं उनसे पूछूं कि आपने इतना टाइम क्यों लगाया अपनी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए आने में, तो उनका पहला आंसर होता है मुझे ब्रेस्ट पेन नहीं था डॉक्टर, इसलिए मुझे लगा कि मुझे ब्रेस्ट कैंसर नहीं है। तो दिस इज अ मिथ। ब्रेस्ट पेन ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के साथ एसोसिएटेड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स नहीं होता। सिर्फ 10% केसेस में ऐसा हो सकता है कि पेशेंट को ब्रेस्ट पेन होगा और उसी पेशेंट को ब्रेस्ट कैंसर भी होगा। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स ब्रेस्ट पेन होता है साइक्लिकल वेरिएशन के कारण, जो बॉडी में हार्मोनल चेंजेस हैं उनकी वजह से, और ये ब्रेस्ट पेन सबसाइड कर जाता है हर महीने। लेकिन अगर किसी पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेस्ट में आपको पेन, नाइडिंग पेन फील हो या एक पर्टिकुलर जगह पे हो, तो जरूर आके उसका इवैल्यूएशन कराएं। अब बात आती है कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर अगर ब्रेस्ट पेन के तरीके से नहीं प्रेजेंट करता तो किस तरीके से प्रेजेंट करता है। ये एक इंफोग्राफिक है जिसमें कि नींबुओं की सहायता से आपको बताया गया है, दर्शाया गया है कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के कॉमन साइंस क्या होते हैं और जो हमें पिक करने चाहिए। पहला है ब्रेस्ट में कोई ऐसी जगह फील करना जो कि नॉर्मल उससे एबनॉर्मल है, जैसे कि थिक एरिया, या आपको पैल्पेशन में ऐसा लगे कि कोई एबनॉर्मलिटी है। ब्रेस्ट में डिम्पलिंग होना, इसका मतलब है स्किन कहीं पे एक जगह से अंदर खिंच रही है। निपल में क्रस्टिंग हो जाना, निपल का रंग चेंज हो जाना या उस पर पपड़ी जैसी स्किन आ जाना। रेड और हॉटनेस इन एनी पार्ट ऑफ द ब्रेस्ट, ब्रेस्ट में किसी एक जगह पे टेम्परेचर का चेंज हो जाना, ये मोस्ट कॉमन साइन होता है इन्फेक्शन का। लेकिन ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का भी एक सब टाइप है, इन्फ्लेमेटरी ब्रेस्ट कैंसर, विच कैन प्रेजेंट इन दिस वे। निपल से कोई फ्लूइड निकलना, मोस्टली अगर ब्लडी डिस्चार्ज है या ग्रीनिश ब्लैकिश डिस्चार्ज है तो उसको हमें इवैल्यूएट करवाना ही है। अगर स्किन में अल्सर्स हो गए हैं ब्रेस्ट में, तो वो भी एक साइन हो सकता है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का। कोई हार्ड लंप, जैसे कि बीज को आप उंगलियों में कैसा फील करेंगे, वैसा अगर आपको कोई लंप ब्रेस्ट में लग रहा है तो फॉर श्योर यू शुड गेट इट इवैल्यूएटेड। दिस कुड बी वन साइन ऑफ ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। या फिर ब्रेस्ट की स्किन ऑरेंज की जैसी स्किन होती है, संतरे का जैसा सरफेस होता है, जिसको हम ऑरेंज पील स्किन अपीयरेंस बोलते हैं ब्रेस्ट की। अगर वैसी स्किन की अपीयरेंस हो गई है तो वो भी एक सिम्टम हो सकता है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का। अगर कोई चेंज इन शेप या साइज है ब्रेस्ट के तो दैट कुड बी वन सिम्टम। या फिर निपल अंदर की तरफ धस जाना, या ब्रेस्ट के ऊपर नसों का प्रोमिनेंट हो जाना, या फिर कोई बम्प जैसा फील करना ब्रेस्ट पे। ये कुछ 12 साइंस हैं जो कि हर औरत को वॉच आउट करने चाहिए, और अगर इनमें से कोई भी साइन आपको लगे ब्रेस्ट में है तो आके अपना इवैल्यूएशन कराएं। मैं आपको फिर बताना चाहूंगी, ब्रेस्ट पेन इज नॉट एसोसिएटेड विद ब्रेस्ट कैंसर इन 90% ऑफ टाइम्स। फिर औरतों का ऐसा मानना है कि ब्रेस्ट इंजरी कैन कॉज ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है, ब्रेस्ट इंजरी से कोई ब्रेस्ट कैंसर नहीं होता है। ब्रेस्ट में चोट लगना वैसे ही है जैसे शरीर के किसी भी पार्ट में चोट लगना, और वो धीरे धीरे अपने आप सबसाइड कर जाता है या हील कर जाता है। लेकिन अगर किसी औरत को मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स ब्रेस्ट कैंसर डिटेक्ट होता है तो वो एसोसिएट कर लेते हैं कि मुझे एक उस जगह पे चोट लगी थी, शायद ये उसके कारण है और उसकी वजह से ये कैंसर हुआ है। So this is a myth. Breast injury never causes breast cancer. अब बात आ रही है, कुछ लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर इज मोर कॉमन इन वुमेन विद बिगर ब्रेस्ट। ब्रेस्ट साइज का कोई लेना देना नहीं है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के साथ। दिस इज अ टोटल मिथ। लेकिन ऐसा जरूर है कि जिन औरतों का बीएमआई ज्यादा होता है या जो ओबीस होती है, मोटापा होता है, में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होने की संभावना ज्यादा हो जाती है। ये कुछ कॉजेज हैं ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का जो होने की प्रोपेंसिटी बढ़ाते हैं। उनमें से एक है ओबेसिटी यानी कि मोटापा। तो कोशिश करें आप अपने बीएमआई को नॉर्मल रेंज में रखें। सेडेंटरी लाइफस्टाइल, क्योंकि हम ज्यादा घूमते फिरते नहीं हैं, पूरा दिन बस कुर्सी पे बैठे रहते हैं। जो औरतें विवाहित हैं लेकिन बच्चे नहीं करना चाहती हैं, दैट इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द कॉज फॉर ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। या फिर अल्कोहल का सेवन करना या स्मोकिंग करना, दैट आल्सो इंक्रीजेस द चांसेस ऑफ हैविंग ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। और जेनेटिक्स एक कॉज है जिनमें फैमिली हिस्ट्री होती है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर की, दे आर आल्सो एट अ हायर रिस्क ऑफ ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। ब्रेस्ट कैंसर ओनली अफेक्ट्स ओल्डर वुमेन। लोग ऐसा सोचते हैं कि जो 60 साल के ऊपर की औरतें हैं उन्हीं की बीमारी है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर, जबकि ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। I would like to tell you that breast cancer is the most common cancer world over amongst women, and day by day it is involving younger population. Any girl who attains puberty, she can have breast cancer. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सिर्फ ओल्डर एज ग्रुप है। अब धीरे धीरे हम लोग बहुत यंगर एज ग्रुप में ये डिजीज देख रहे हैं, और यंगर एज ग्रुप में डिजीज जब ये होती है तो ज्यादा एग्रेसिव होती है। इसलिए अगर आपको ब्रेस्ट में कोई लंप फील हो तो ये सोच के ना बैठे रहें कि ये ओल्डर एज की बीमारी है। वेरी कॉमनली जब लैक्टेशन हो रहा होता है या बच्चे को दूध पिला रही होती है माएँ, और उनको अगर कोई गांठ फील होती है तो औरतों का ऐसा मानना होता है कि ये मिल्क ग्लैंड है जो कि प्रोमिनेंट है, आप छोड़ दीजिए इसको, ये कैंसर नहीं हो सकता। ऐसा नहीं है, अगर आपको गांठ किसी भी उम्र में फील हो तो आप आगे उसका इवैल्यूएशन जरूर कराएं, और वो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर भी हो सकता है। इसका एज से डेफिनेटली रिलेशन है, लेकिन यंगर एज में हम रूल आउट नहीं कर सकते कि ये ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है या नहीं। कंज्यूमिंग शुगर कॉजेस ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। काफी पहले ऐसा मानना था लोगों का कि अगर हम शुगर खाएं या ज्यादा खाएं तो उससे ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होने के चांसेस, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। अगर आप मॉडरेशन में शुगर का डायरेक्ट रिलेशन कोई नहीं है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के साथ, स्टडीज हैव प्रूवन दिस, लेकिन आपको शुगर मॉडरेशन में ही खानी चाहिए क्योंकि उसके नुकसान और बॉडी में अलग तरीके से बढ़ सकते हैं। और मॉडरेशन का मतलब है मैक्सिमम 5 टीस्पून आप दिन में लें, उससे ज्यादा ना लें। कई बार जब हम स्वीट्स वगैरह लेते हैं तो वो 5 टीस्पून 1 या 2 काजू कतली में ही आप एक दिन में खा जाते हैं। इसलिए अगर आप मिठाई खाएं तो उसको मॉडरेशन में खाएं, इंजॉय करके खाएं, और ये ना भूलें कि उसका इफेक्ट आपके बॉडी के वेट पे पड़ सकता है। फिर ऐसा मानना है कि ऑल ब्रेस्ट कैंसर्स आर द सेम। It's totally a myth. All breast cancers are not the same. किसी पे जो ट्रीटमेंट काम किया है जरूरी नहीं है कि दूसरे आदमी पे भी वही ट्रीटमेंट काम करेगा। और ऐसा इसलिए है क्योंकि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के सेल्स होते हैं जो वो अलग अलग किस्म के होते हैं, तो उनके बेसिस पे हम डायग्नोज करते हैं कि ये किस तरह का ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है। या तो वो इन्फ्लेमेटरी कैंसर हो सकता है, या आईबीसी हो सकता है, या फिर लॉबुलर कैंसर हो सकता है। सो ये सब डिपेंड करता है किस तरह की सेल्स उनके अंदर है, इन हिसाब से ट्रीटमेंट डिसाइड होता है। और सिर्फ सेल्स के बेसिस पे ही नहीं, उनके ऊपर किस तरह के जीन्स एक्सप्रेस हो रहे हैं, जिसको कि हम मार्कर्स के सहारे स्टडी करते हैं, जिसे हम इम्यूनोहिस्टोकेमिस्ट्री बोलते हैं। उससे हमें फर्दर पता लगता है कि ये किस तरह के जीन एक्सप्रेशन इन सेल्स में है, और ट्रीटमेंट उस हिसाब से डिसाइड किया जाता है। तो यार अगर किसी को ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है तो वो उन्हीं के लिए स्पेसिफिक है, और उन्हीं के लिए ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल डिसाइड होगा, rather than किसी और ने क्या ट्रीटमेंट लिया था वो दूसरे आदमी पे नहीं चल सकता। एक कॉमन, especially amongst young girls, they have this I don't know where they have picked this up from, that bra with underwire can cause cancer. Bra has no relation to breast cancer, and with underwire or without underwire, it does not cause cancer. But when you choose your bra for yourself or for your daughter, just make sure that it is of proper size and not causing any irritation or any compression on the breast, especially in the area under the breast, because it can be tied there and lead to irritation. Very often people feel that if there is a lump in the breast, that means it is breast cancer. बहुत सारी जो ladies आती हैं with lumps, they come with tears in their eyes, they feel depressed, they are not able to sleep because they felt a lump. Good news about a lump is that 80% of times lumps in the breast are benign. का मतलब है वो non-cancerous हो। Non-cancerous में या तो वो fluid filled balloons हो सकते हैं जिनको हम cyst बोलते हैं, या फिर वो fibroadenoma हो सकते हैं, which is the most common tumor in the breast. लेकिन उनके कैंसर होने के चांसेस सिर्फ 20% केसेस में होते हैं। इसलिए अगर आपको लंप फील हो, please don't lose your sleep or don't feel anxious that this is cancer only till the time it has been proven. और उसको प्रूव करने के लिए डॉक्टर साहब आपको एक सीरीज ऑफ टेस्ट बताएंगे। अगर आप 30 साल से छोटे हैं तो हम अल्ट्रासाउंड करके और उसके बाद बायोप्सी करके अगर रिक्वायर्ड हुआ तो आपको बता पाएंगे। अगर आपकी उम्र 30 साल से ऊपर है तो हम प्रेफर करते हैं हम मैमोग्राफी करें, उसके बाद एक अल्ट्रासाउंड और अल्ट्रासाउंड गाइडेड बायोप्सी करें। In those cases where we feel the need, not in all cases, so the cases we are able to diagnose based on mammography and ultrasound. Men do not get breast cancer. It's absolute myth. अगर हम देखें टोटल जितना ब्रेस्ट कैंसर पाया जाता है वर्ल्ड में, उसमें से 1% केसेस आर फाउंड अमंगस्ट मेन। आदमियों में भी ब्रेस्ट टिश्यू होता है जिसमें कि कैंसर डेवलप हो सकता है। और प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है, मेन सोचते हैं कि हमें ब्रेस्ट कैंसर नहीं होता, इनको जब लंप फील होता है ब्रेस्ट में, या निपल से डिस्चार्ज होता है, या अंडरआर्म वाले एरिया पे गांठ फील होती है, तो भी they keep sitting at home thinking that this cannot be cancer. इससे क्या होता है, क्योंकि ब्रेस्ट की थिकनेस बहुत कम है आदमियों के केस में, वो बहुत जल्दी स्प्रेड कर जाता है या तो स्किन की तरफ या फिर पीछे चेस्ट वॉल की तरफ, और उसकी स्टेज बहुत जल्दी फ्रॉम लो स्टेज टू एग्रेसिव स्टेज बन जाती है। इसलिए अगर आपको ब्रेस्ट में कोई गांठ फील हो, अगर आप आदमी हैं तो उसे लेके बैठे ना रहें, आगे उसका इवैल्यूएशन कराएं। और उसका इवैल्यूएशन पहले मामोग्राफी और अल्ट्रासाउंड के जरिए होगा। अगर जरूरत होगी तो फिर उसकी आगे बायोप्सी की जाए। This is very often I hear this, almost every second patient tells me this, that mammogram can cause breast cancer or spread it. Mammogram is a low X-ray radiation test which is made to diagnose breast cancer. This is the gold standard test हमारे पास जो available है, जिससे कि हम breast cancer को earliest time में detect कर सकते हैं। लेकिन ये इसमें रेडिएशन होती है, लो डोज रेडिएशन होती है, और रेडिएशन सिर्फ इसमें नहीं, बहुत सारे और टेस्ट भी है जैसे कि एक्सरे और सीटी स्कैन। लेकिन मैमोग्राफी की जो रेडिएशन है वो लो डोज रेडिएशन है, और उसमें रेडिएशन उतनी ही है जितनी बैकग्राउंड रेडिएशन अगर आप दिल्ली से लंदन की फ्लाइट में जाएं तो आपको मिलेगी, उतनी ही रेडिएशन एक मैमोग्राम में होती है। इट इज लो डोज रेडिएशन, लेकिन इसका जो बेनिफिट है दैट इज फार फार मोर देन दिस मिनिमल रिस्क ऑफ रेडिएशन व्हिच इज देयर। तो आप अपने मन में ये धारणा ना रखिए कि मैमोग्राम में रेडिएशन है उसकी वजह से ब्रेस्ट कैंसर हो सकता है। सिर्फ मैमोग्राफी नहीं, कोई भी एक्सरे वाले जो टेस्ट हैं, जो एक्सरे को यूटिलाइज करते हैं, दे कैन लीड टू ब्रेस्ट कैंसर और एनी अदर कैंसर इन पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी, बट द कैंसर होने के चांसेस बहुत ही कम है इसकी वजह से। दूसरा है, लोगों को लगता है चूंकि मैमोग्राफी में ब्रेस्ट को दबाया जाता है दो प्लेट्स के बीच में, तो वो कैंसर को स्प्रेड कर सकती है। ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है, दिस इज अ टोटल मिथ। ब्रेस्ट को दबाया इसलिए जाता है ताकि उसका हम बेटर इवैल्यूएशन कर सकें, उसको पूरे अच्छी तरह से हम देख सकें। लेकिन होता क्या है, कई बार औरत को एक ब्रेस्ट में, इफ शी हैज अ कैंसर and she undergoes mammography, at times we are able to pick up the cancer in the other breast, which was totally silent. And she may feel that it was spread by mammography, which is a total myth. Rather, this mammography picked up a cancer which was totally silent in the other breast, and this would now be taken care of. Then people feel that I have a family history of breast cancer, so I am likely to develop breast cancer too. There is some truth to this. When there is a strong family history का मतलब है कि फर्स्ट डिग्री रिलेटिव, चाहे वो मदर की साइड के हो चाहे फादर की साइड के, अगर उनमें ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है, आपकी बुआ, आपकी मौसी, आपकी मदर, दादी, नानी, इनमें अगर ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है तो आप में कैंसर होने की संभावना बढ़ जाती है। लेकिन उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर डेवलप होगा ही होगा। हमें बस वी बिकम हाई रिस्क इन दोज केसेस, उन पेशेंट्स को बताया जाता है आप हाई रिस्क पे है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर डेवलप करने के। लेकिन अगर आप टाइमली अपनी जांचें कराते रहेंगे और उस तरीके से कराते रहेंगे जिस तरीके से आपको बताया गया है, तो अगर ब्रेस्ट कैंसर डेवलप भी होता है तो वी बी एबल टू पिक इट अप एट अ मच अर्लियर स्टेज। और ये जो हाई रिस्क पेशेंट होते हैं, इनकी जो जांचें होती हैं वो डिपेंड करता है कितने फैमिली मेंबर्स में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है, किस एज में उन्हें डायग्नोज हुआ था, उस हिसाब से उस एज में इन पेशेंट्स की हम स्क्रीनिंग स्टार्ट करने को बोलते हैं। हाई रिस्क पेशेंट्स में हम मैमोग्राफी, अल्ट्रासाउंड के अलावा एक एमआरआई भी ऐड करते हैं ताकि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर जल्दी से जल्दी पकड़ में आ सके। Now next is breast cancer is contagious. Let us put this straight, none of the cancers is contagious. मतलब कैंसर कोई छुआछूत की बीमारी नहीं है, छूने से ये नहीं फैलता है। तो अगर आपकी किसी फैमिली में किसी को ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है तो ऐसा ना सोचें कि उनके छूने से या उनकी सेवा करने से, उनकी मदद करने से आपको कैंसर हो जाएगा। ब्रेस्ट कैंसर छुआछूत की बीमारी बिल्कुल नहीं है। BRCA1 or BRCA2 positive means you will definitely develop breast cancer. ये कुछ जेनेटिक टेस्ट होते हैं जिनको हम ब्राका म्यूटेशंस के नाम से जानते हैं, और जिन फीमेल्स में फैमिली हिस्ट्री स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर की, ज्यादा लोगों में फर्स्ट डिग्री रिलेटिव्स में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होता है, हम ये टेस्ट कराने को कहते हैं। इस टेस्ट को कराने का ये मतलब नहीं है अगर ये पॉजिटिव आता है कि डेफिनेटली आप में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होगा। इसका केवल मतलब ये है कि दैट यू आर एट ए मच हायर रिस्क देन द नॉर्मल पॉपुलेशन to develop breast and ovarian cancer and also pancreatic cancer. आदमियों के केस में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के साथ साथ प्रोस्टेट कैंसर होने के भी चांसेस थोड़े बढ़ जाते हैं, और उस हिसाब से फिर उनका स्क्रीनिंग प्रोटोकॉल डेवलप होता है और हम पेशेंट्स को सजेस्ट करते हैं टू कीप अंडरगोइंग स्क्रीनिंग. So the idea for this is to empower you rather than to scare you. आप डरिए नहीं, आप एम्पावर हो जाइए इन टेस्ट के जरिए, जिससे कि आपको बेहतर पता लगेगा कि आपके शरीर में क्या होने की संभावना है और उसको हम इस हिसाब से उससे डील करें rather than उससे डरें. एंटीपर्स्पिरेंट्स जैसे कि पाउडर्स या फिर deodorants cause breast cancer. This is a myth. There were earlier people used to think this, but recent studies have busted this myth that powders or deodorants do not cause breast cancer. But when you are planning your mammogram, we suggest the women not to wear these powders or deodorants on their on their chest or underarm area, because these can mimic breast cancer findings on your mammograms. हम कहते हैं आप इसको ना पहने 1 हफ्ते तक मामोग्राफी कराने से पहले. जब मामोग्राफी कराने आप जब भी आए तो लूज क्लोथ्स, प्रेफरेबली 2 पीस क्लोथ्स पहने ताकि आप ऊपर के कपड़े आराम से उतार पाए. तीसरा, मामोग्राफी आप कब कराएं? आपकी जो साइकिल है, मंथली साइकिल, उसके 1 हफ्ते बाद अगर आप कराएंगे तो आपको पेन भी कम होगा और उसके रेडिएशन रिस्क आपको दोबारा नहीं आना पड़ेगा मामोग्राफी कराने के लिए. जब किसी विमेन में कोई लंप डिटेक्ट होता है और उनको बायोप्सी कराने को कहा जाता है तो उनकी ऐसी उन्हें लगता है कि बायोप्सी can cause breast cancer to spread, and many a times they feel that we will not get the biopsy done. So this is a myth. Biopsy does not cause breast cancer to spread. Rather, biopsy is one test by which your doctor can take out tissue from that lump through minimally invasive method, और फिर वो उस टिश्यू की जांच करके उन्हें ये पता लग सकता है कि उसमें किस तरह के सेल्स हैं और कौन सा ट्रीटमेंट आप पे काम करेगा. पहला तो इससे ये पता लगेगा कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है भी या नहीं, और अगर है तो किस टाइप का ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है, और सब ट्रीटमेंट उस पे काम करेंगे. उस सब के लिए बायोप्सी इज वन ऑफ द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पिलर्स इन योर डायग्नोसिस. इसको डिनाई ना करें, ना ही अपने डॉक्टर को ये कहें कि आप प्लीज एफएनएसी कर दीजिए और बायोप्सी ना कीजिए. एफएनएसी एक सुई की जांच है और उसमें 60% ऑफ टाइम्स रॉन्ग इनएडिक्वेट सैंपल आ सकता है और गलत इंफॉर्मेशन डॉक्टर को मिल सकती है. इसलिए जिद ना करें, अगर आपको ब्रेस्ट लंप है तो उसकी बायोप्सी जरूर कराएं. There is this newer test which is becoming very popular, especially among the corporate world, which is thermography. Thermography is a test in which you are made to sit naked in front of a camera, and it detects the rise in temperature in the breast area or the underarm area. So this test is no supplement to mammogram. Mammography is the gold standard for early detection of breast cancer. Thermography is just a test which can be used as a supplement or a complement to mammography only in very few select cases. It should be used as an alternative to mammogram. होता क्या है, लोगों को ये बताया जाता है कि ये ऐसा टेस्ट है जिसमें रेडिएशन नहीं है, परंतु वो ये नहीं समझते कि इसके कारण वो अर्ली पिकअप ऑफ ब्रेस्ट कैंसर को मिस कर रहे हैं, एंड इट लीड्स टू मिस्ड ब्रेस्ट कैंसर पिकअप, जिसके कारण जितनी लेटर स्टेज में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर पिक होता है उतना ही भयंकर उन्हें ट्रीटमेंट लेना पड़ता है और उतना ही उनका बीमारी से बचने का वो कम हो जाता है. I got a breast MRI done. I do not need mammography. Many a times when women have a lump, they come to us and they tell us, doctor, please do a breast MRI. I do not need mammography. Or they get a breast MRI done from outside and if they are referred to us for a mammogram, they tell us that a mammogram is not needed. So I want to put this here. This is a complete myth. Breast MRI cannot supplement or cannot replace a mammogram. It is only a supplementary test. Mammography is the gold standard test. अगर कोई इनाम फील होता है, first test which needs to be done is a mammogram, followed by an ultrasound if required. और अगर आपके डॉक्टर को जरूरत लगेगी तो वो breast MRI कराएंगे. बहुत सारे ऐसे कैंसर हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे early signs of cancer हैं, which breast MRI cannot pick up. For example, microcalcification या ब्रेस्ट में जो चूना जम जाता है जो कि फर्स्ट साइन ऑफ कैंसर हो सकता है at times and mammography picks it up, breast MRI cannot pick it up. Don't feel that you will replace mammography with breast MRI. There is a way these tests need to be done to have the best result for your treatment. Women also tell us that I only want ultrasound for screening of breast cancer. I do not want a mammogram. Again, this is a myth. Ultrasound is a very good modality for evaluation of lumps or for doing biopsies. But ultrasound is not a good modality for screening of breast cancer. The screening test of choice for breast cancer is a mammography. I have no family history. I cannot get breast cancer. This is again a myth. Family history definitely increases your risk of having breast cancer, but not having a positive family history does not mean you cannot get breast cancer. In fact, only 15% of women who get breast cancer have a positive family history. In 85% of women, there is no family history of breast cancer. Please don't think that since I do not have a family history, I'll not get breast cancer. 85% of the times there is no positive family history. Again, very commonly women tell us, I have no complaints, I don't feel any lump, I don't feel any need for mammogram. So mammography is a test which can pick up breast cancer at least years before it actually forms a lump. It can be fed by hand or it can be seen by eyes. So we are getting that time, we are giving that time to the patient of early diagnosis because it was picked up by mammogram. If you not get screening done, the breast cancer will be picked up in a later stage only when it will be palpated by hand or when it will be seen by eyes. The lag time can almost be up to 2 years. So you need not have any symptoms or any complaints. You need to get a mammogram done every year after the age of 40 for early pickup of breast cancers. Another myth is that BIRAT 0 means normal imaging findings or nothing needs to be done. In all your breast imaging reports, there is a BIRATS category which is given. BIRATS category is breast imaging reporting and data system. These are the categories which are given out, which are from 0 to 6. Based on that, your radiologist and surgeon decide on what needs to be done. But what happens sometimes the radiologist is not able to see anything on your mammogram because of dense breast parenchyma or due to some other reason and gives a BIRAT 0. So BIRAT 0 simply means that the radiologist is not sure what is happening and you need further imaging. Your current imaging is inconclusive. It is not equal to normal imaging findings. If you get a BIRAT 0, go back and get yourself evaluated. Ask the radiologist or your surgeon at what needs to be done. And the other test, whatever they suggest, get it done to have a fair idea of what's happening. And we are not missing anything. Coming over to breast cancer, this is the most common cancer in women worldwide. In 2022, breast cancer was the most commonly diagnosed cancer worldwide, with 2.3 million new cases and 6,70,000 deaths. In United States, since they have a robust system of reporting breast cancer cases, almost 1 in 8 women in United States will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. In India, they say that the data is higher, that 1 in 25 women will develop breast cancer, but the situation is very bad. And if we look at the breast cancer mortality, the breast cancer mortality is much higher in underdeveloped nations. And if you see, it is 15%, 17 out of 100 women will die of breast cancer in North America. But the situation is bad in Asia, where almost double the number, that is 34 out of 100 will die of breast cancer. And if we see Africa, it would be around 46 women will die out of 100 who are diagnosed to have breast cancer. So what can we do to prevent breast cancer? We cannot stop breast cancer from happening, but we can be aware of what causes breast cancer. There are factors which increase the risk of breast cancer, which include either higher age. So if you feel a lump, you should get it evaluated. If obesity is another cause which can lead to breast cancer, excessive consumption of alcohol, excessive tobacco use, and family history. These are few causes which increases the risk of breast cancer. But there are factors which can decrease the risk of breast cancer, which is a good physical activity of 150 minutes per week, which comes to around 20-25 minutes per day. Control your weight, avoid alcohol, avoid tobacco, prolong breastfeeding. So what can we do for prevention of breast cancer? First is breast examination. Once a woman turns 20 years of age, she should start with self-breast examination, which she can do every month at a particular time of the cycle. That is, once she finishes with her cycle, then in the first week, she can do self-breast examination, in which she palpates her breast and she comes to know if there is any abnormality there. Then is clinical breast examination. When a woman turns 30 years of age, she can start getting clinical breast examination done from the gynecologist or any doctor. After the age of 40, a mammogram with ultrasound needs to be done every year, along with MRI if required, based on the density of your breast. In case a woman is high risk based on the conditions which we had discussed, then the screening protocol needs to be tailored accordingly based on the first degree relatives who had breast cancer or on her personal history of breast cancer. Coming over to questions, if you have any questions, I'm open to those. And these are my social media handles where I try to give out the correct information and share it with everyone.
Dr. Sharma, I have a question. Is breast cancer symptoms different in young women, premenopausal women, and menopausal women?
Breast cancer in younger women is mostly of triple negative type, which is more aggressive than what we see in the older age group. And many a times these mimic a fibroadenoma or cyst in the breast. So yes, the symptoms can be different, one may just feel a numb in the breast, and once we evaluate, then based on that, we can decide what type it is.
Uh, Dr. Chari, thank you very much for giving us the complete information. And these myths are something, probably not too many women individuals are really aware about. And so, but now I have one more question. Just
Ma'am, I
how
have
do
a
you
question. Ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am, is
this?
it necessary if a breast cancer survivor should go under the BRCA testing to know whether there are BRCA mutations or not for the safe answer for their kids, or they should? Is it necessary to go under the BRCA testing?
It's not required as one-off case, but if there is a strong family history of not only breast cancer, ovarian cancer in the family, then we do recommend. But one-off case, if one has breast cancer, it's not necessary to undergo BRCA testing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Friends, we are inviting the specialists like Dr. Shelley and others, for simple reason. Question. Sorry. We are inviting cancer specialists like Dr. Shelley simply because these cancer specialists they cannot attend individually to all your questions and so on. And therefore we are inviting these cancer specialists to share their knowledge, experience and expertise so that we do not want you to get misleaded or getting information from various web browsers, etc. And that is one of the key aspects at the Indian Cancer Society, and that's how we are bringing the cancer specialists like Dr. Sherry. Dr. Sherry, I have just one more question. How do you define the stage 1, 2, 3, 4, what other advanced stage in case of breast cancer?
Question, sir. Stage.
How do you do staging? He's asking. How do you stage the cancer?
The cancer staging is based on the size of the breast cancer and also whether the lymph nodes are not involved, whether they are involved or not. So based on that, we do the staging, and there are various tests. Sorry.
No, please carry on. Please carry on. Please continue.
So based on the size of the breast cancer, the location and the number of lymph nodes which are involved, we do the staging. Many times, the breast cancer which we are catching here in India is in later stages, that is stage 3 and 4. And when as the stage increases, the chances of survival increase. And the reason for that again is the lack of awareness. The women do not come with breast lumps. They keep sitting till the time it becomes very big for us to save the breast or save her from breast cancer. Many cases which I've seen, they also do yoga thinking that the lump will get dissolved by yoga. And also they take treatments like some supplements, herbal supplements, thinking that it will dissolve the breast cancer. That we see very often, and it's really heartbreaking to see such cases. When if they had come earlier, complete treatment would have been done, But they keep sitting and they keep taking such treatments, and by the time they come to us, it is already metastatic.
Right. Friends, once again, I would like to emphasize we are bringing cancer specialists on this platform simply for their knowledge sharing, and we insist that don't opt for alternative treatments which are not qualified under the medical guidance. I mean, don't gamble with your life. I mean, simply by following various informations available on the web browsers. Uh, Dr. Chetty, I also want you to point out about spreading of the cancers, particularly abdominal cancer, spreading of the cancers to the other organs. If you can share some information on this point as well.
Didn't get it, sir. Spreading of the cancer.
I said, if you can explain to us, please.
Yeah, I didn't understand also. Spreading of the cancer?
I said, I mean, say in too many cases, cancer is getting spread to the other organs. So how that can be prevented? How that can be prevented in case of breast cancers, patients or survivors, spreading of the cancers to the other organs. I mean, yeah,
Basically,
something
you're
like
asking metastasis. How can you prevent metastasis?
The prevention we have against cancer, sir, is early diagnosis. Once you diagnose early, then the treatment can be started before it metastasizes to rest of the body. But if the tumor will be neglected, then it will metastasize. So the only way to prevent spread of cancer to other organs would be early detection and then start of treatment.
Dr. Shelley, I think he's asking also that suppose you're diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer, you've been treated for it, but after a few years, it goes to other organs of your body. How can we prevent that?
Okay, so in that case, it basically doesn't go to other organs. It's recurrence of the tumor which happens in the body. And once a woman has breast cancer, she becomes a high risk to develop either metastasis to rest of the body or a recurrence in other breasts. In that case, also she needs to be followed up diligently to pick up breast cancer at the earliest if it happens there.
And those who have high genetic predisposition to breast cancer,
Yeah.
is it wise to do what Angelina Jolie did?
Okay, so she, along with genetic predisposition, she was BRCA positive also. And there is a high risk, as we saw in the diagram, there is a higher risk to have breast cancer. Few people take these steps thinking of the future, and probably they have seen their loved ones suffering from it, and they don't want to have the same fate as them. And they take up such steps, but it's totally someone's decision, and we are no one to comment on that. But definitely it puts one at higher risk of having ovarian and breast cancer than the general population.
Ma'am, I have one question. If someone is BRCA positive, is it necessary to go for the ovarian removal of the uterus and ovaries also? After she was detected with the breast cancer and treated as well, and now she has recovered.
This is what we were actually discussing. It's not necessary to remove ovaries, but in case there is some tumor which is detected, then in those cases, your doctor may suggest to undergo surgery for the ovaries as well.
Dr. Shelley, when out of the all ways, you have explained, and particularly one one which is so remarkable, that is about thermography. I mean, yes, I mean it has nothing to do with the I mean, for the main community, but until now, even believe me, I was not at all aware about this thermography, I mean, option available, and this is something very novel and very important point we have brought to the notice of all audience. And here again, this is being live telecast on YouTube, and even subsequently people will be individuals will be able to watch this today's recording on YouTube as well. So one question pertaining to thermography. I mean, is this option usually available with the all hospitals? That's number one, and number two, what is the cost? What is the cost factor as against mammography?
Sir, I want to put it on record that thermography is not a test which can diagnose breast cancer at the earliest. The test is the gold standard is a mammography test. Thermography is being misused. It is being used at places, especially corporates, where they are giving a false sense of security to these women, saying that you have undergone this test and we have ruled out breast cancer. But what happens, tests like these only give a false sense of security and they miss early breast cancer detection. So thermography is not the test which should be done. We are totally against this test, and FDA has given it approval to be used along with mammography only in select cases, not as a standalone test, but it is being used as a standalone test in India. Cost for mammography is around 3,500 to 4,000 rupees, which includes ultrasound also. At good centers, this is the cost for mammography. And we also have something known as 3D mammography now, which is widely available. It is like cutting slices through the breast. This is the software which does it on the back end. So instead of just having 2 plates for each breast, now we have multiple images to go through, and we are able to pick up cancers even earlier than before. Which was available with 2D mammography. With 3D mammography, we are able to do better. And this is available at most of the centers all over India.
And thank you. And I must admit that you very profoundly explained and narrated for me in a very simple and normal manner. I mean, flawless, like one can easily understand. And it was so kind of you that you have used English, and particularly in the language, so that people at large, I mean, who are not conversant with the English, they can easily understand things so well in the. Thank you so much, Priya. If anybody wants to ask any further questions, and even if you have any other questions, please proceed.
Dr. Shelley, what is the role of precision medicine in breast cancer?
Precision medicine is what we discussed, that based on what type of cells are there in breast cancer, then the gene expression, what type of gene expression is there. Based on that, the treatment is given. For example, if it's triple negative breast cancer, then chemotherapy should be given first, followed by surgery. So precision, there is precision for treatment of these cancers based on the gene cells, gene expressions which these cells have.
Thank you. Is the cost very expensive? Is it very expensive?
It's variable based, again, it's based on multiple factors. In cancer, the cost varies depending on what stage the patient is in. And that's why it's very imperative that we diagnose these cancers early, because in later stages, stage 3 or 4, the cost can go up to 95 to 105% of what it is in early stage treatment. The cost is highly variable.
Dr. Shelley, can you tell us
Uh,
one interesting case which you have seen, which can make us all aware also and take action also?
I'll tell you two cases recently saw. One was a woman who had swelling in her whole arm. The whole arm was swollen, and she had come from Agra. And she was referred to me for a mammogram. The patient kept insisting that why am I undergoing a mammography? I only have a swelling in the arm. But to my, I mean, I kind of knew looking at her, but when I did the mammogram, it was she had a huge malignancy in the breast and also huge lymph nodes sitting in the underarm area. Because of that compression, she had this swelling in the whole arm. And before coming to our hospital, she had gone to multiple places and done the evaluation of the arm. No one thought that what is the cause, why she's having swelling could be because there is a mass sitting there in the breast and also in the underarm area. And second was again a woman who had come from Gwalior. She came to one of the ENT surgeons in my hospital. The ENT surgeon happened to be a female. So this woman had come for treatment of her ulcers in the mouth. And she saw it's a woman doctor, so she referred to her that I also have a swelling in the breast. So the ENT surgeon told her that go and get your mammogram done. She said, no, it's nothing, just let it be. So the doctor actually had to put her pen down. She said, you go and get your mammogram done, then only I'll write your medicine. She came to me and she had triple negative cancer. Not only in one breast, but in both breasts, there was cancer which was present. And she was sitting with these lumps for last 3 years, thinking it's nothing because there is no. We see this very often. First thing a woman with cancer is going to tell is, I have no pain, how can it be cancer? So these were the two very recent cases which I had done, and which we feel happy also that we diagnosed, but feel really sad for the patient also that had she got the evaluation done earlier, it would have been different,
So, Dr. Shelley,
yeah,
one takeaway message for all of us who are listening to you. What is one takeaway message?
I have covered most of it in my talk, but one takeaway message would be that one who's over 40, all women, should start getting their mammogram and ultrasound breast done, along with their routine blood work. Do it every year, say around your birthday time. Give yourself this gift of health. Don't think of it as a test which you are doing. Don't feel anxious about it. Just do it and get done with it. Maybe it will detect something, and in case it does detect, it would be for your betterment only, rather than to pin you down or rather than to trouble you. So take it as a gift which you are giving to yourself. So this is one message which I want to give you. Another is that if there is any lump which is there, get it evaluated, please, and get it evaluated the way your doctor tells you to, rather than putting your mind to it and maybe doing the MRI or ultrasound and mixing everything. Another case, I'm taking your time. One last case I would like to tell you about is this woman had a nipple discharge from one breast and a lump in the other breast. She went to a surgeon in the peripheral town. He got an MRI done, breast MRI done. The lump was seen on breast MRI. She underwent surgery, underwent chemotherapy for one breast, which was taken care of. The other breast, which had bloody nipple discharge, nothing was done for that. And now, after a year, she came with a lump in the other breast. And when I did the evaluation, I literally had tears in my eyes because in this other breast, she had huge cancer, along with huge lymph nodes in the axilla. So what had happened, one cancer was taken care of and this cancer was completely missed. Maybe they were of different subtypes, so this treatment didn't work on this one. And now, since her mammography, her case was totally mismanaged, since a simple test like mammography was not done, so we didn't know where we were for the other test, and this cancer had been missed. So for someone who is undergoing treatment to have another cancer in the other breast, how bad is that? Had the mammogram with ultrasound done at the first go, I'm sure this would have been picked up, because when I did her mammogram, I could see microcalcifications there. जो चूना जम जाता है जिससे हम ब्रेस्ट कैंसर को पिक कर सकते थे पहले ही स्टेज में. It wasn't done. So there is a way. There is a way for imaging also. Imaging should be used to diagnose it better, provided it is done the right way.
Yeah, this is really so important. This is really so important of inviting cancer specialists and image specialists like Dr. Shelley Rajesh, that so many myths can be addressed, and in this fast-paced life, people really don't have so much of time, and then things are missed out, and when by the time they come to knowledge, things are too late. Stages are moving from first to second to fourth stage, etc. So I guess that we at Indian Cancer Society, we must continue inviting cancer specialists so that more and more people can get a knowledge of the experts like Dr. Shelley. So Dr. Shelley, thank you so very much for enlightening us with these so many myths, and particularly sharing some of the example cases in last 5-10 minutes. I mean, these are truly eye opener for too many individuals. And one last point I would like to add, that we are, on a social media and various platforms, we are, but I believe, sharing the knowledge, particularly for the women and environment, we are collectively doing by inviting specialists like you at the Indian Cancer Society Delhi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. And thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It was a
Thank
very
you.
enlightening session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shali. Thank you for your
Thank you,
time
sir.
and sharing your knowledge, experience, and expertise with all of us. I will share the recording link in a while. Thank you once again, and thank you, friends, for joining our today's session. And now we will meet once again on 26th of September. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Bye.
Shelley.
Thank you. Thank you.